Let's look at sons of God. First of all, that phrase, B'nai Elohim, appears Job, in the book of Job, at least, 3 times, in Psalms twice, and it never means human beings. It's never applied to human beings. It's usually translated in the Greek version as angelos, angels. Now, the human's view, the alternative view that I do not agree with, is that the sons of God were sons of Seth, who cohabited with the daughters of Cain. So why did Cain just have daughters? I don't know. But obviously the text, the Genesis text distinguishes, and the Enoch text, if we take that as support, not as scripture, but as support, the text distinguishes that the sons of God are different from human beings, that is, daughters of men. Another view is that they're sons of powerful demon-possessed tyrants or kings of the time, who even dared to call or think they were gods. But again, the phrase B'nai Elohim, to me, cancel that out. One of the arguments against the view that these were simply angels, bad angels, obviously, is Mark 12:25. So Mark 12:25, Jesus says, at the resurrection, we will be like the angels, who neither marry, in other words, have sex. So people go, well, how can those be angels, sons of God? Well, we're obviously talking about a rebellion that took place, a disobedient act that took place. Angels, we will see, left their dominion and did something they should not have done. Actually, the book of Enoch goes on to tell this grandiose story. It even names the leaders of the 200, at least, angels or watchers, this class of angels, who left their habitation or dominion, and it even names them. I think one of the main culprits is Azazel. Yeah, they're obviously bad angels who go on to create demons in the Nephilim or the giants. Satan, we believe, is a fallen angel, right? He was the highest of the angels. So if Satan fell, well, it goes to show that others can as well. And actually, there are a couple of interesting verses in Job where one of Job's friends says to Job, God doesn't even trust his own angels. So twice that appears in Job. There might be some truth to that. I mean, if they're doing that sort of stuff, they know good from evil, right? In Genesis, God says, God's talking to someone and says, they will know good and evil. They will be like us. So why would angels leave their glorious, heavenly cohabitation, be with God, and why would they throw it all away? Well, the same reason we do, humans. The same reason creatures who know good and bad throw it away. Because, first of all, there's pride in this story. Cohabit. They want to create their own descendants. They want to be, guess what? Creators, like God, maybe. So there's a bit of pride, maybe, there. There's lust, obviously, at the forefront, right? They see these beautiful women, and they want to go after what Peter will say, alien or different flesh, heteras sarkos. And there's also an added thing, what I call Bullinger's belief. Why are they doing this? I do not agree with Bullinger's dispensationalism, but again, we're not a cult. We can read other people and agree on some things. Quote there, David's, the letters of 2 Peter and Jude. So basically the point there is that this view was the view for at least 200 to 300 before Christ to 200 to 300 after Christ. Obviously the Bible presents supernatural things. I mean, just read the book of Apocalypse, Revelation. So obviously they had no issues with this view that the sons of God, the watchers, were actually a class of angels who committed grave sin, disobeyed God. Just to flesh out the Enoch story, Michael Heiser, Dr. Heiser, who I don't totally agree with, has another good book called Reversing Hermon, or Hermon, Hermon. is a chain of mountains in North Israel, close to the border to Lebanon, present-day Lebanon, and it's a mountainous region. Now that place is filled with all kinds of ancient Near Eastern mythical background. For example, the Epic of Gilgamesh, most of you have heard of that. It's famous, Gilgamesh, because it has one of the earliest accounts, worldwide flood. Gilgamesh was, by the way, maybe one of these heroes of old. He was a Hercules type person who set out to do great feats of strength and so on. But anyway, Hermon shows up very prominently in the epic, and Enoch identifies that chain of mountains as the place where these angels basically touched down. They came down and they got together there, 200 or so, with the leaders, Azazel and the others, and they made a vow, a promise. If what we're doing is going to get us in trouble, that was a rhetorical question, they knew it was. They said to each other, you know what, we'll vow to each other that we did it consciously. That's how evil these guys got, unfortunately for them. So that is why, reversing Hermon, Dr. Heiser believes that now this is what through the Messiah God is trying to do, reverse that situation.